Yo, what's up everybody? So today Java Empire had a roadmap event, and it was basically a developer Q&A where some of the people, the community, got to ask them questions about kind of the future of the game, the first quarter, like 2025 next year, and also some of us content creators also got to ask some questions. So there was a lot of important information, that he spoke about, like graphics, map, racing, kind of like the future of everything. So yeah, this roadmap event was about 35 minutes long, so I'm just going to show you maybe guys like 8 to 10 minutes, kind of like the most important parts. But there's a bunch of important information which you guys should know, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this now. And also, one little thing before we get into this, so Java Empire dropped a brand new code. It is Zoom, and you get the fairway zoomer. I think we had this car in the game before. Yeah, we did. Okay, so I guess, if somebody didn't get the car before, you're able to get this car, but now you can. And that's kind of like a thank you, that they said for us, for the community. So you can get this car. I already had it. It was in the game before as a code car, but you can go ahead and claim that, and then you get this. But yeah, let's go straight to the roadmap, and yeah.
Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome to our developers roadmap stage and AMA. We're very excited to have you all here, and we can not wait to answer your questions and share with you what our plans are for the first quarter of 2025. Are there plans to add trading/auctions to the game in the future?
Yeah, so hi everyone. The name's JM or Holy Peaches. So yeah, I'm the game designer. And in terms of are we adding trading or auctions? It's definitely on the table, but it's a very complex issue. We have to, be careful in when we add this because of hackers. We want to also prevent ways of scamming and duping and stuff like that. And so we also don't want to, accidentally break the economy. So we're open to exploring these features for sure. And especially if there's a strong community demand for it, we'll talk about it. So that's all there is on this.
Are there plans for a matchmaking feature for races?
So, yes, ideally some form of crossover multiplayer, and we actually might be testing some matchmaking approaches over the beginning of the next year. In the long term, though, we'll also be looking at the potential maybe for ranked racing. So racing is a huge aspect of 2025.
The new map's gonna be coming probably next year. We still don't have a final date. One thing that I can tell everyone is that we don't want to rush this project, so we want to make sure that the map's perfect before release to everyone. We're gonna be moving right now to a testing phase, so Martin is also helping us to select some players to help test the map and make sure that the map's amazing. That's a good question. We had a lot of discussion about the map, to be honest. And one thing that we noticed from a lot of you asking us is to preserve the iconic locations that we have today in the map and try to make sure we're enhancing the quality as well. So what we're going to be doing is two things. Number one is we really want to keep some iconic stuff that we have in the map today, but also we really want to bring new areas to the map. So what you're probably going to be seeing in the future map, it's going to be a lot of things that we have today with a better quality, plus a lot of new stuff happening in the game.
What can we expect with performance customization changes?
Yeah, so this is a big one. You guys are in for a surprise, but we are in the process of adding a brand new system in how you're going to upgrade your vehicle. So essentially the big picture, right, is that when you upgrade a component like your engine, you'll be able to unlock sockets in that component, and then you'll be able to put in parts, how your car feels with specific attributes. You'll be able to collect parts, and there'll be of various mods and rarities, one stronger and weaker, and basically you'll be able to take the system and sort of customize your car a bit more like you want it to be for your own play style, right? So if you want more acceleration, you put in more accel parts. If you want more top speed, you do that. And there's going to be weird parts that are going to modify your weight.
How much of a challenge has it been to work with car brands and get them into Driving Empire? Was it hard to convince them at the start? Obviously, you had Pagani first. So was it hard to, because obviously since you didn't have anybody, was it hard to be to let them know that you were, big in the space?
That's a good question.
How's it going? Yeah. So I think in terms of convincing them, it's like a snowball effect, right? So I think at first, a lot of the brands, have to explain what Roblox is. They get used to it. But as we added more and more brands, I think, it became easier to convince other brands to jump on board, right? Kind of jump on the trend there, I guess, to some extent. So for sure, a snowball effect, much harder at the start, a lot easier now. I think that we've kind of proven ourselves. We have a lot of major brands in game. And in general, the brands are super excited. So launching on a new platform, it's a new audience for them. So they've been really engaged across the board. A lot of them are actually genuinely like very excited to launch on Roblox for the first time. And a lot of the people working there, whether they play it themselves or they have kids that play.
And how did that go down at the start? When you first pitched it to the first brand, how did it go down? Was it difficult?
I think difficult, but more so because you have to explain the platform to them versus like it being specifically related to Driving Empire, like more so about like why they should be interested in coming on Roblox versus like and how like the audience, and I guess it's different from like other games they're licensed on, like a Forza type title, right? So it's like convincing them why the platform's an interesting opportunity more so than like specifically related to Driving Empire, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that means potentially could probably be seeing most brands that people want in the game. As you said, the snowball effect.
The snowball effect, Can't say anything else more than that, yeah.
For sure, yeah. So the first one I had was, could we get more in-game events?
Absolutely. We're always continuing to brainstorm new and exciting events to bring to the community, whether that's something you guys have experienced today or things that are coming. So again, like I always say, soon.
Okay. And then the second question was, could you add like a button in upgrades so you can just do one click and it's already upgraded, so you don't have to go through click upgrade multiple times over and over?
Yeah, I think I can answer that question. Yeah, absolutely. I can add something like that. Yeah, there is some changes that are going to be happening to the way we handle performance customization, coming into 2025. So yeah, I'll see if when we start making these changes, if that's something we can slot in as a quality of life feature. So yeah, it's definitely a good call out.
All right, so my very first question is, will there ever be a rebalancing update? So basically, like, some cars feel faster than others and like some feel slower than like they should and stuff. So will there ever be like a rebalancing update?
Yeah, so thanks for your question. Yes, absolutely. That's an ongoing effort right now. We want to ensure that, especially for speed, the cars match their real life counterparts, right? So if the top speed would be the same in real life that it is in the game. We also want to match things like acceleration speed, like from 0 to 60, and also braking distance, right?
Yeah.
So these are all metrics we want to make sure are properly balanced, and that the cars themselves are balanced against each other, and that driving is fun. So early in 2025, you can look forward to the first balancing patch, rebalancing pretty much all cars. But then over the year, obviously, we'll look at the numbers, we'll look at feedback, and we'll make sure that if it needs to be readjusted, we do it every so often just to make sure everything's perfect.
Yep, that makes sense. And my second question is, where's the game directory? So like, is it heading towards more role playing, racing, collecting? Like, where's the game heading overall in the future?
Yeah, I can answer that one. So basically, like, I think the easiest way that I can explain that is basically the name of the game itself, like Driving Empire.
Right.
I think our focus is really like to give the best experience of you collecting the cars and every single type of vehicle, to be honest, and you using that in the way that you want to.
Yeah.
So right now we are really prioritizing more like, let's focus on the core loop of the game, like driving. Let's improve the chassis. Let's make like rebalancing. Let's bring the brands that you guys really want to have in the game. And after we have like just more like solid core of the game, just more like the foundation of the game, which is when we're going to be moving to more like role playing. So first, we really want to make a better driving, racing car game. And after we are done, like we already getting better with that one, we're going to be moving to more like role playing. And the role playing is going to be more like giving you guys the tools and you can do whatever you want. Okay. We wanted to say like how you should role play. We just want to give you options and you do whatever you want.
Yep, that makes sense. Then my third question is, will we get all new races in the new map, or will it just be like the current ones which we have now, or like newer versions of the ones which we have in the game right now?
Right. So I personally really love races. I want to elevate races to a brand new level. And so next year, we're both adding new races, but also improving the current ones. And this is sort of tied in with the new map as well. But yeah, there's not too many details there that I could share. But yes, right, like Get said, we want racing to be a core part of Driving Empire, and races need to feel good. So they're going through like an overhaul. So that'll be coming down the pipeline. You'll see your fan favorites, right? They'll stay there. They'll just be updated. They'll, made better.
And then my final question is, could mobile customization be brought back? So like customizing your cars outside, like which we had previously before.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to be able to customize your cars?
Please. I've seen a lot of people like saying they have. I feel like it was a very good feature only because like currently in the game, the new customization is good and everything, but the lighting is a little bit like offsetting from like the actual like in-game look. So you can do a color in the garage and then it's like different when you're outside. So I feel like it'd be a good feature in my opinion. What does chat think?
I 100% agree with you. To be honest, it's actually like it was like one of my favorite things to do for customizing, like driving around, but being able to change it.
Exactly. Yeah, I see chat saying yes. I
I will say that this is something I'm really interested in doing. I love the idea of doing it. We'll need a planet, and I'm pretty confident that this is something we can push through.
And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for having me.
So my first question is, will there be a system to like share money with people that's not Robux? So like currently in game, you have to pay like Robux to give money. Can you give some of your money? So basically donating.
Yeah, I can take that one. This one's a little bit trickier. GM mentioned earlier about trading cars, and we're still evaluating this first. That can cause a lot of problems in the economy, so we need to be very, very careful about this kind of systems. This is not our priority of trading right now, but we can still evaluate if it makes sense or not in the future. But for now, it will be a nightmare for our players and for us to do a system like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Second one is, what's going to happen with the racing physics and the suspension? Will there be chassis changes at all?
Yeah, so I can answer this. So there will be chassis changes. It's one of those things where we are planning to improve the chassis, but everyone has to understand it's tricky, right? There's so many different types of vehicles. There's no singular approach to improve the chassis. It's one of those things where there's a lot, you have hypercars, right? You have trucks. They all handle differently in terms of their suspension. So not one vehicle is like, you can't do one solution for all vehicles. It's one of those things where we have to spend time and figure out like, what's the best suspension per a type of category of a vehicle and whatnot. I would say, long to short, it's a lot of work, and there are thoughts about this. There is some discussions. We're thinking about it. We hear you. So this is something that we're definitely going to want to improve. I imagine that the racing experience will be so much more greater if it's more realistic, right? It is in our minds. So yeah,
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, just one more thing, ABC. For that one specifically, one of the things that is hard for us to know is like what exactly you guys want. Like a more realistic, it's a more like a steady type of car. So one of the things that probably going to be doing like soon is running some servers with everyone here to really understand what exactly you guys want to have, what type of experience you want to have when you're driving your car. So that can help us to like really figure out what to expect. Because right now it's more like, you want a more realistic, but what is exactly like more realistic? It's more like Forza type of game, or it's more like different type of game?
I think people want more Forza, but I don't know about that. There might have to be like test stuff for that.
And yeah, that pretty much sums up the whole event. If you guys want to watch the full like thing, ABC did do a live stream, so you guys are able to watch that. You guys could watch like the full live stream of how everything happened and everything. So if you guys do want to like watch this live stream, you guys can. I did try to sum it up the best that I can. Obviously, cutting down like 35 minutes worth of conversations is obviously going to leave a lot of stuff out. So I'm going to make a lot of different content separate, which is very, very important. Like all the information about the new map that you need to know, because there's a lot which they left out. All information about licensing, stuff like that. I will be making like new things on that, new videos on that. So expect a lot of videos like this next 2 to 3 days, because they did just like talk a lot. They did just say like a whole ton. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of my questions. You guys think my questions were good? I try to ask some of the best questions. I obviously can't ask like, is there gonna be more Lamborghinis or something? Obviously can't ask about licensing, but I did try to ask the best questions which I could. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the event. Very, very good event. Shout out to the developers for doing this. Really, really nice of them to do, and I do feel like it's very, very well needed to have like this transparency with the community and everything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and also what are you guys most excited about, which they spoke about, which they kind of confirmed and stuff. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Have a good one, everybody, and bye.